Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Julian. I just wanted to hop on here and just kind of say this is my new channel, and hopefully you like the audio. Hopefully it's coming out good. But anyways, I just want to get into a couple things today. Just wanted to see what you guys are up to, see what kind of topics you guys want. I'm gonna start with zins. Zins. Now you know when you pop a zin and you feel that rush, and then all of a sudden you just become kind of like addicted to it, and like over time it's just like you can't stay away from them. Like, I don't know, man, but like I went from the 3 to the 6 to the 9 milligrams, and I just feel like um you know sometimes they kind of give me like a like my stomach hurts a little bit, so I know I pushed it too far. Like, I don't know if you guys ever pushed it that far, but um I was able to work myself down to a 3 milligram, and I just can't really seem to get off. Like, after you're done getting having a good meal or drinking something, like you feel like popping is in. But let me know if you guys have that problem. Anyways, I've been messing around with the Zen Smooths and the original, because here in California we don't get the flavored ones, like the lemon and all the other good flavors, like you can probably get in Nevada or the rest of the states. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of just start it off with how, probably about 20 years ago, I used to smoke cigarettes, and uh, it would be like, if I'm happy, I'll smoke a cigarette. If I'm sad, I'll smoke a cigarette. If I if I'm having a phone call conversation or something, I'm having a cigarette. But then I was able to finally wean myself off the cigarettes, and I was able to do that by doing Copenhagen long cut. Um, and I remember when I was in high school, me and my friend Corey, we used to always hang out. We used to smoke cigarettes together. But then he kind of busted out the Copenhagen, and so I tried it, and honestly, like, I didn't like it at all. That was just hard. It was getting stuck in my teeth, and I didn't really like it. But like, practice makes perfect. Like, I wanted to like it, so I just kept kind of trying, and I learned how to, pack it, where you kind of put it between your thumb and your index finger, and you kind of do that slap method, or your thumb and your middle finger, and you slap it with your index finger while you swing and flip your wrist to kind of give it a good pack. But anyway, I kind of learned how to get a good pinch, and boom, like, I was hooked. I got it. I was able to pack it in my lip, and uh, actually, become more of less of an amateur when it comes to dipping, or popping in a fresh dip in your lip. But anyway, I went back and forth from smoking cigarettes to that for a couple years, and like, finally I was able to kick it. I was able to kick cigarettes. And but now I was on chewing tobacco. And so for a couple years I was on chewing tobacco, but I remember one time I got this horrible sore throat, and it was from chewing tobacco, I feel like. And I don't know, even when I had a sore throat, I still would be like popping dip, like, that's how bad the addiction took over. And I would still just be popping a dip even though I had a sore throat. And then I knew it was bad. Like, I knew it was an addiction. I knew I had to stop. So, anyways, that's where the Zins kind of came involved. I'm actually rolling around with the Zin in my hand, the container. Um, but the Zins, they're just, they don't smell. You can keep it in your lip. I put mine in my upper lip, and you know, you can just kind of pop them like discreetly. Like, if you're watching a movie, or, people don't really know it's there, it's not this huge dip in your lip. So it's like perfect. You can do it at work, or wherever you are. But anyway, now I've just kind of realized that, this stuff it's, it's only good sometimes. Like, it's not good to continuously do it, like more than 5, more than 10, a day. I would say it's not good. But anyways, I was just kind of wanting to hop on here and, make my first video and see if anybody had any issues with, trying to get off Zen. I feel like Zen is, it's just something that I feel like so many people do, especially with a Diet Coke, like a fresh Diet Coke and with some crushed ice, and then, pop a Zen. Or, you're about to hit the gym and you take your pre-workout, you pop a Zen, get that quick rush, that quick dopamine fix. I don't know. I just wanted to kind of rant a little bit about these Zens and see, if anybody had any issues with trying to hop off Zens or even trying to start Zens. Who knows? Anybody in here starting Zens? But yeah, anyways, hope you guys have a cool rest of your day. Thanks for listening in. Right on. Peace.